सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. ओम.
And I don't mean the so-called physical death. I mean total extinction, which is much better.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad somebody finds it funny.
Is it not funny?
I think it probably will be, yeah. I've heard that when people realize there's no self, no person, they just laugh a lot of the time.
Of course, I told you that because he said, this was said by a Dzogchen master, that when somebody really will know the truth, he will just stand up looking at the sky and laugh uncontrollably.
What happens when you first really properly realize there's no person?
It's a total. You mean when it is permanent recognition and conviction?
Or at least it's really, really, really obvious to you.
It's a feeling of total satisfaction and so much feeling of relaxation, but deep relaxation and relief.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking that it is true that I exist and I am samsari, and now I see that it is only a joke. It is you cannot express when it becomes a permanent recognition and conviction. You cannot really express in words the feelings and the openness and the spaciousness and the infinite satisfaction.
What
but
about
true satisfaction, not just the satisfaction we know with worldly things and worldly matters, but this deep fulfillment.
And does your body feel the benefit as well? Because as long as you're believing that as a person, it's impossible to be truly relaxed, or not to be anxious or nervous or all these different things. And you feel all these different things in your body, and your body can feel uncomfortable. So all that must go, I imagine. The body must feel relief as well.
Yes, certainly, but not 100%, because it is everything what you mentioned is due to the prarabdha karma and cannot be completely eliminated. It needs some procedures up until the end of the physical appearance, but it continues until the end of the physical appearance. Because when there are so many traumas and so many harmful events happened, apparently of course happened in the so-called past, the body also have its traces on all these apparent events, and also a lot of blockages. But gradually everything can be healed. But
Right.
it takes what we call time as a procedure, because it is it needs to be not as a shock, but gradually and in a healthy manner. All this removal of the traces.
Because once you realize there's no person, then you can't still feel fear or nervousness, because fear and nervousness depend on there being a person. It's the person that feels fear, it's the person that feels nervousness. So if there's no person, it seems illogical to suggest that you can still feel fear or anxiety.
Not only these two negative emotions, all negative emotions, they have no meaning anymore.
And I was talking about the body, because Subodhananda has definitely got blockages in his, in his energy, or what, I don't know how to phrase it really, or what to call it. For example, in meditation, many times I experience sore head or energy, negative energy, through previously having the same problem before, due to maybe tenseness or anxiety, or it's okay if I get past a certain point in the meditation and I start to relax, but it's possible quite often to have a sore head and like negative energy shooting like through my head. It feels like it's real. It's not my imagination. It's quite harmful sometimes.
Well, all these phenomena are very natural and very logical, because they are due to the healing that is happening. Because the more you relax, the more everything that needs to be healed comes in the surface. And you can also observe, be a witness of all this healing process. It's like you have a glass of water which is full of dirtiness, and if you shake it, the transparency is not good of the water. There is no crystal clear transparency. But if you put the glass of water in a stable place, all the dirtiness will go down to the bottom of the glass. So what happens usually in what we call human beings, the non-existent human beings, is that they, from time to time, they allow this to go down in the deep bottom of their what we call subconscious mind as a term, but deep inside, in order not to face pain. And so when you start to do meditation, all these traumas from the so-called past, they may come in the surface in order to be healed. And this is the process which also is one of the nice side effects. It may be painful from time to time, but long term is a healing process, because the apparent mind goes into a healing process through the meditation, especially if you do in a right way. So if you have such phenomena, it means that you are doing in a right way meditation, and you are not only just relaxing or visualizing like millions of people they do, And millions of people, they believe that meditation is to relax or to visualize or to attract wealth or the best partner in life or money. There are millions of opinions of what is called meditation. But in our case, in Advaita Vedanta, we have Vedantic meditation, which is called nididhyāsanam. And this by itself can bring a lot of healing side effects and other side effects as well, which are very much beneficial. A real cleaning, washing of the subconscious mind from all the negative and self-misconceptions and all the wrong perceptions about what is the universe, what is God, what is myself, what is others. And all this is really a very important process that should happen, should go into this procedure, each and every one.
The only problem was when I was about a week and a half ago, when I was meditating, I was just a little bit tense at the beginning of the meditation, and that's when I felt this pain go through my head, and it's been difficult to meditate since, because I feel like I've been damaged by this pain.
Another reason that this is happening is that because what we call ego, this mechanism, which is of course not non-existent, it is only a mechanism, will use a kind of painful situations, like it projects painful situations out of nowhere in order to obstruct the process of nididhyāsanam, or what we call the Vedantic meditation. Because remember, this mechanism of the ego hates this procedure. And why it hates this procedure? Because this procedure and all the procedures, also śravaṇam, mananam, and to follow a dhārmic lifestyle as per the Shastram, is against its illusory existence. And by definition, the ego will obstruct anything that has to do with its extinction, because it needs to maintain its illusory existence. It needs to make it stronger and stronger. Its way of functioning is by maintaining a wrong perceiver as an existent entity. But there is no such a perceiver. There is no any entity there. It's only an illusion. It's like you see the face in the mirror, your face in the mirror when you speak, and you start to believe that really the face in the mirror is really alive and is speaking. It's only a reflection, and it is due to Chidabhasa, the reflected consciousness. So it creates this distinction between perceived phenomena or perceived objects and what we call the apparent others, and then it creates also an illusion of a perceiver as an entity, when in reality there is only that and you are that. There is no any multiplicity.
Interesting. The ego can do that, even throw up physical pain.
It can project a lot of different obstacles.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe that's what happens.
It is better not to do. It will just whisper many different things. It may whisper, "Oh, you need rest. You can do meditation later when you are more rested. Oh, you need to do your duties of life. the duties of job, the duties of family, if you have a family, the duties of going out with a friend who is asking you previously to meet, can use excuses of time, not so much time, excuses of needing of entertainment, to go out for entertainment, like millions of different excuses it has as a weaponry. But the poor ego don't exist, and that's why it will use everything. It's really like a wave in the ocean that says, I don't want to realize that I'm a wave, I'm the ocean and not a wave. So it will rise again and again and fall back unstoppably to maintain its illusory existence as a separate entity. When in reality, in the ocean, there are no separate entities as waves. There is only the water. And because it does not exist, of course, it creates all these negative emotions, and it maintains them by any means. And also because it is so much small and so much in misery, it will never be satisfied, it will never be fulfilled. And we have so many examples to be aware of in the society. You can see like so many demons like Bill Gates or so many others, Klaus Schwab, and so many billionaires. They cannot be satisfied, they cannot be fulfilled. They will always be in complete darkness and ignorance inside them. Even they will try to destroy humanity and the planet because they cannot be fulfilled. The only solution is when the ego has already faced a lot of suffering, then it is in a state where it can accept the possibility that it does not exist. It can stay like without protesting when it has already faced so much suffering that can say, oh, I have been so much suffering with my way. Maybe in order not to face so much suffering, to change my way and experiment with Advaita Vedanta's way. This is possible, and this is usually what happens with all the mumukshus, all the seekers for liberation or moksha. Most of the time are people who had faced a lot of suffering. There is also another group of seekers searching for moksha who are on the other extreme, but not so big, so big group of numbers. I mean, this group is people who have everything, a lot of wealth, a lot of glory, a lot of everything, of worldly things, I mean, and they feel a kind of bad emptiness inside them. a complete lack of fulfillment, no matter if they know that they have everything that most of the people will acknowledge as everything.
Yeah, disillusioned.
Yes, and we have also this group of seekers, but it is smaller. But usually we see that the seekers going to a guru and say, please help me, I want to stop suffering, I cannot stand anymore. I want to terminate this endless suffering. And that's why we can see in our circles of seekers a lot of psychos as well. Not only sincere seekers, but also a lot of psychos who don't know how to deal with their suffering.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, not a problem when they are able to follow instructions. If the ego is able to follow instructions, then even the psychos are most welcome for liberation. I personally, in inverted commas of course, never refuse to help even psychos. Only if they're willing to accept the instructions, which instructions, of course, they are not my property as an appearing somebody. I mean, these instructions are from beginningless time, from the holy tradition. And if these apparent egos, they are willing to accept and to change and to follow the path, then they are most welcome as well. With the grace of the Guru Parampara, I've already helped a lot of people who were psychos before and who were drug addicts to stop this way of adharmic living. So when I speak about the psychos, I don't mean to devalue them or to dishonor them. I just meaning as a fact that they don't act and they don't think and they cannot function in a healthy way. This is what I mean. I don't express psychos or drug addicts with lack of respect. Because they are also able, if they wish, they can be able to follow the instructions and also recognize their true nature. Their true nature is Brahman, and that no matter if the apparent person is facing all these problems. Ultimately, the one who is a psycho or a drug addict or whatever is the one who later on becomes so-called a jnani, all are within the dream. In reality, nobody ever existed as a separate entity. Only within the dream is this appearance. Is it clear or it needs elaboration?
Clear. Clear for somebody who's, unfortunately, whose mind is still covered in mud. Or moss on the surface of the water.
The good news is that you are the witnessing, not this miserable somebody. And the apparent somebody is only an illusion who has this problem. And always the one who has all the problems is the one who do not exist.
It's strange that the ego that doesn't exist can create, A, first of all, create all the suffering, and B, then have enough of its own suffering and think, okay, I need to annihilate myself because I'm experiencing so much suffering that I myself have created. It's quite perverse.
Of course, it is even paradoxical, but it is the truth. And one of the best examples is the dream. What happens when you see a nightmare? Would you want to stand up and wake up?
Yeah, of course.
And what happens when you see a beautiful and pleasant dream? You don't want to stand up and wake up.
No, go as long as possible.
You see? So it is the same. But both of these cases are an illusion, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is the big picture, also what we call the big dream of life. There is no any difference. The only difference is that it appears more long, what we call the dream life. And the dream in the night appears more quick. Other than that, there is no any difference.
I mean, is it not a difference? Because in the dream, each individual is projecting their own dream reality, but in the big dream, it's all a projection, but it's slightly different, isn't it? Because it's, I don't know how to, so 8 billion people all projecting at the same time, their own slightly different version of reality.
Yes, we can call it the collective projection, or collective consciousness projection, or Ishvara.
Is it that Ishvara projects the world and we superimpose our own projection onto the world?
It's a combination, but Ishvara, don't take Ishvara as a person, as a anthropomorphic figure.
No.
Ishvara is like a function, like a mechanism. He's not a person, or she is not a person, or it is not a person.
Yeah. But it's not like there is a world out there that everybody's discovering through their projection. There's no world out there. It's all projection.
Of course, there is no in and out as well. What we speak about in internal world or external world are only concepts, superimpositions on that which is the only reality, with a capital R. So there is a substratum which is unfathomable, and then somehow there is a magical power which is superimposing different names and forms, namarupa, concepts or thought forms, or labeling. But there is no any internal or external as such. even if it appears so. But in the dream also, there may be somebody who is looking at somebody as himself, dreaming that within the dream he is dreaming. But upon waking up, both become obvious, that nothing was there other than superimposition or imagination. So both the personal, in inverted commas, dream and the collective dream are both within the dream, are both an illusion.
It's not like Ishvara projects a world and then everybody else looks at the world that's already projected, because then it would be as if the world is inherently existent. Like it's created by Ishvara, it's already out there, and then everybody just has their own. Everybody else just perceives the world that's already there. Surely that's not the way it is.
It is a way for the completely ignorant people of Advaita. Because they give an anthropomorphic attribute to Ishvara. Actually, they are very proud that they can be eternal servants of the anthropomorphic Ishvara, because as to their ignorant understanding, he created the universe and the beings, and there is distinction. But in Advaita Vedanta, we perceive there is no any multiplicity as such. There is only that, and all the rest are only appearances. So the summary of the entire Advaita Vedanta or the Upanishads is that there is only that, and I am that. The world is mithya, the universes are mithya, I am Ishvara, I am that, and there is only that. No distinction of any kind.
So, this maybe a ridiculous example, but if let's say there's 8 billion people in the world, if everybody fell asleep at the same time, what would happen to the world?
Nothing will happen, because nothing will ever happen.
Would there be a world still there?
But the word is never there. It's only a superimposition, only a concept, only labeling. It requires your presence, you presence. If you were to remove you, the presence, who will speak about the world or the universes or anything at all? And presence is unique. The so-called your presence and the so-called my presence is single.
It's not two separate presences.
No, not two separate. There is no existence of separate presences or consciousnesses or awarenesses. It's only an illusion of the people that there is any distinction, but there is no. First of all, presence, consciousness, or awareness, or what we call the substratum, sometimes as an expression, or Brahman, cannot be divided, cannot be cannot be different divisions as such. It's in inverted commas homogeneous. It cannot have any divisions as such or any multiplications. Because first of all, it is so subtle, of the subtlest. It cannot be divided by any means. It is beyond space and time concepts and any concepts. It doesn't have a name or a beginning or end. It doesn't have any smelling or tasting, or it cannot be audible. It doesn't have any attributes. So how you can divide something like that in multiplicity, of any kind, multiplicity? Even if you try, what will appear will be only imagination, only fake, only something that is only superimposition, like in the dream in the night or the big dream of life. It's the same in the dream in the night. You superimpose the dream and its inhabitants in the unfathomable you. What you are inside it is projecting a dream. But that doesn't mean that what you really are becomes, in inverted commas, the inhabitants or the environment in the dream or the objects of the dream. Even if it appears very vividly real. You may feel a lot of suffering in the dream. You may feel thirsty to death, or have exhaustion or pain or anything so vividly. And then you stand up, waking up, and you realize that everything was only superimposition.
Maybe I told you this before, but I met somebody and they had a dream, and in that dream they lived 100-year life. Like they lived for a whole 100 years. And in that dream they had a daughter, and they woke up after the dream, which in the dream felt like a proper 100-year life in time. And then they woke up and they were obviously quite surprised, and they were like missing their daughter immensely because they'd lived with them for years. I mean, it's amazing.
Yes, but still you can see the power of superimposition. That you can check it very easily. Everybody can check that everything is a dream by looking backwards, in inverted commas, from when they were in the basic school or kids. How this way the life appears really like a bubble, like a moment. Even if you speak to somebody who is 100 years old or older and ask him or her, how do you feel now that you are so old, and looking back at your life? What will be their response?
It's insubstantial.
Yes, and most of the time they will say also things like, oh, it is like a dream, like a bubble. I cannot understand how it passed so quickly. It seems that it passed very, very fast. I cannot believe that I'm so old. Like different kinds of expressions which are making all this expression obvious that what we call life is only like a moment, a momentary dream. It gives the illusion of linear time, the life, but actually all life appears in the eternal here and now. So we can call it like this, the eternal here and now, which is beyond space and time. So another example is to check even with logic. If I were to ask you for something that you are, let's say, regret, when this happened in the past that you are regretting now, what happened in the past or in the eternal here and now?
Well, hopefully in the past.
Yes, you speak about that now, but when the actual event appeared in the past or in the now? Yes, while you were experiencing this event that you say you regret, you have experienced it not in the past. You have experienced it in the eternal here and now.
Yeah.
So where is the past?
No, everything's experienced in the moment.
So there is no past.
Or future.
Or future. If I would ask you, if you fear something in the future, when this something will appear, it will appear in the future or in the eternal here and now?
In the present moment.
So where is the future?
Also, things never appear as the way that you anticipate them anyway.
Yes, but there is no, like, very important to recognize that there is no past, present, and future. There is no also present. Present is also a concept. The moment you say or you try to check the present is already gone. Isn't it?
I had a profound thought once on this subject. It was, nothing ever stops for a moment to become anything.
Or even the present, what they call present. And yet, 8 billion or more apparent human beings, they have fears for the future, and agony and panic and stress and so many other negative emotions for the so-called past, like regret, traumas or whatever. And even what they call present, it gives them a lot of suffering. And then you can recognize the futility or the fallacy of all these things.
So you shouldn't feel guilt for things you've done in the past.
Only if it is a healthy guilt, a guilt which is making you not wishing to commit again a sin or something which is adharmic. Then
Yeah.
it has a purpose, really healthy.
Yeah.
But guilt, as most of the people experiencing as a lot of suffering without any benefit, without any recognition of something wrong that should not be done again, it is completely not beneficial, and there is no need of this suffering and regret and all this. It's different to know that I should not commit this mistake again, and different to experience regret and suffering non-stop. The one is healthy, the other one is unhealthy.
But how does somebody stop the unhealthy guilt? Many people experience this.
All remedy, for all, the remedy is self-knowledge. There is no other permanent remedy like other than self-knowledge, because all suffering is based on ignorance of our true nature. Any kind of suffering, any kind of negative emotions, it is based on avidya, lack of self-knowledge. Somebody is insulting you, you remember your friend Johnny. Why you were experiencing so much suffering? Why? Because you didn't have the self-knowledge. You were believing this moment that you are Subodhananda or Andrew. But what about if this moment, you were remembering that you had the self-knowledge that I'm not Andrew or Subodhananda, but I am infinite Brahman. Then where is the meaning of any hurt or any suffering?
Yeah, then I could have slapped him or something as well.
No need even for this. This moment you just laughing. You can even laugh. You can even see even the apparent whispering of the non-existent ego to say, I need to be insulted. You can be even aware of this whispering, but you cannot indulge in it, being involved in this. There is no suffering that is for another reason, based on another reason, or anything other than lack of self-knowledge. All problems of any kind are due to the ignorance, avidya. And that's why we need self-knowledge, jnana. And the only way to liberation is jnana yoga, the yoga of self-knowledge, self-realization, self-knowledge, recognizing and being in conviction on a permanent basis that what I am is that and there is only that. Then where is the meaning of any suffering?
Yeah. Taking the example of guilt, if you realize that you're that and there's no person, how can you feel guilty? Because only a person can feel guilty. Like that can't, or consciousness can't feel guilty. It's the person that feels guilty, the non-existent person.
Exactly. and all kinds of feelings. Even the pleasant feelings are within the dream. A lot of people, a lot of seekers, they are searching a permanent, wonderful feeling instead of self-knowledge, when in reality, our true nature is akarta and abhokta, a non-doer and a non-experiencer. So again, there is a fallacy there in all New Agers and all those who are searching for a constant blissful state. Millions of people, they are searching for a constant blissful state.
Everybody.
But this is not the purpose of self-realization or self-knowledge. It is even beyond this. Like you are that, and there is only that. There is no need of searching for a blissful state, because your true state is beyond even this labeling. You cannot say anything about the unfathomable that. The moment you start speaking about the unfathomable that, which you are already in a trap. Because the mind cannot label it by any means. It's like the deep sleep without dreams. The very closed example that we can use is the deep sleep. You cannot say that while you were in the deep sleep, you were speaking to yourself and saying, "Oh, I feel blissful, I feel blissful, I feel peaceful." You didn't say anything at all in the deep sleep. You cannot say anything in deep sleep or think. Any kind of experience is within the mind, within the dream, within the illusion. All these seekers who are searching for an experience of that, or Brahman, are just wasting their time or losing their money in fake gurus. Because the fake gurus are selling that. Come to me and you will have a constant and permanent bliss, happiness and peace. If you buy my webinars, my retreats, my books, and if you become my follower, I will make you to have permanent bliss, happiness and peace, and you will experience permanently these feelings. So they are selling an experience.
Yeah.
But the Shastra, the scriptures and the holy tradition is not selling things like that. Because that is self-luminous, self-evident. You don't need an experience of that. And it cannot be an experience as an object. It is beyond any objectification. How you can experience that when it doesn't have any attributes? What to experience exactly? Nevertheless, you are always aware.
Yeah.
Choicelessly. So this is evident. It is self-evident. It doesn't require an exotic experience in the future where a fake guru will transform you into an enlightened one being, as they selling it. You are already that, and nitya mukta, eternally liberated, and the only one liberated is what you are, and there is only one. All the rest are only for the fake gurus to become rich, millionaires or billionaires even, and to attract wealth, glory, and disciples for their egotistic needs. There is no need of any buying of any webinars, of any retreats, of any books. There is no need of using any money for recognizing and being in permanent conviction that what you really are is that, and there is only that. You just need to find a compassionate, merciful guru, true guru. That's all.
Yeah.
And then the merciful guru will transmit to you the sastram in an understandable way. And through the grace of the Guru Parampara, you will do with him śravaṇam, mananam, nididhyāsanam. And if you follow a dhārmic lifestyle, as per the Dharma Sastram, there is a guarantee, as per the scriptures and the holy tradition, that you will also permanently recognize and be in permanent conviction that there is only that and I am that. No need of any money, no need of any books, no need of any retreats, no need of any webinars or workshops, no need of even pujas or any religious ceremonies. Although they are required, if all the karma kanda procedures are required, if you are not yet in a good, a purified, conducive, apparent mind. So the mind needs to be enough purified, and that's why we say that the karma kanda is a prerequisite for citta suddhi, for purification of the mind. So if you didn't do it enough in previous lifetimes, you can continue in this current lifetime until you have a conducive apparent mind to enter the path of jnana yoga. But if you did enough all these procedures of karma kanda, then you don't need any more. You can just enter jnana yoga and dedicate the rest of your life in śravaṇam, mananam, nididhyāsanam with the help of the qualified guru.
Sounds easy. I'm joking.
Yes, easily said than done.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, the good news is that you are already that. Forever and ever. Nitya mukta, eternally liberated. And eternally this or that. Better that. And you just don't recognize it. You cannot own it yet. You cannot claim. You cannot declare. So you must remember, it's not about attaining or being transformed into something new or merging into something or bringing the Kundalini in Sahasrara chakra or staying always in nirvikalpaka samadhi, or so many misconceptions about what is self-realization or enlightenment. It's only to declare, to claim that I am nitya mukta. I am eternally that, and there is only that. But for this, you need all this, what I mentioned. No other way exists other than śravaṇam, mananam, nididhyāsanam, the grace of the guru and the guru parampara, and the dhārmic lifestyle. This is the summary, and these are the constituents of the recipe, and everything is indispensable. You cannot remove one constituent of this recipe and wait to succeed in self-realization, in moksha. Because you must have a permanent recognition that and conviction with no trace of doubt, even the slightest trace of a doubt, that there is only that and I am that. All the rest are only appearances. There are no beings, there are no universes, there are no objects, only as superimpositions, as names and forms, nama rupa, only as thought forms or concepts. And because it is extremely difficult, there is a need of all these constituents.
Yeah.
But everybody must use the precious human lifetime, which is so rare among 84 billion species, to acquire an apparent human lifetime. There must be the correct use of the rare human lifetime for moksha.
Yeah.
Not for worldly things, not for enjoyment and sense gratification. Otherwise, the apparent suffering in samsara will continue. Even if it is non-existent, actually. But the experience of suffering will continue. Even if there is no snake and there is only rope, if somebody is persuaded deep inside his or her heart that there is a snake in his or her feet, the suffering is real, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the only solution is to remove this avidya, this ignorance, through knowledge. the guru will come and say, wake up, there is no snake there, there is only rope. And then the suffering will stop. Wake up, you don't exist as a person. You are that and there is only that. There is no need of any suffering. Wake up, wake up.
पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः